Hey everybody, Shooting Star SVG back here, and today I want to talk about mockups and how you can use them. As you can see here, I have this Valentine's Day subway art design that I've created, and I've just placed it in this mockup right here, and I'm going to go ahead and walk through how you do this. So the first thing I'm going to go do is I'm going to go ahead and open up some mockups that I have. And I do have a ton. I'm a little bit of a mock-up junkie, so I'm going to go ahead and try to find a pillow mock-up for the soccer subway art that I had done in a previous video, and I can go ahead and show you what that subway art looks like. Just a minute here once I find the pillow mock-up that I'd like to use. I'm trying to find something that is maybe not so girly for this one. And I'm coming up Millhouse, so I apologize. Just bear with me for a second. This one will work for the purposes of this. So go ahead and open up your JPEG file. A lot of the files that you can buy will either be JPEG, which you can use in Silhouette Studio, or PSD Smart Objects, which you can use in Photoshop or a free program online. I do have a video on that I will post below. We'll go ahead and resize your photo to fit on your page. Oops. I was wondering why that centered weird. The dimensions weren't what I was anticipating. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and make sure that that is all shaped to the way that we want it to be. There we go, 12 by 8 page, 12 by 8 photo. We're going to go ahead and overlay our subway art on this. So it's really simple. All you're going to do is go back to wherever your files are saved. Open up the SVG and select everything if you don't have it all grouped together, and you're going to copy it, and then you'll go back to your mockup and you'll paste it and resize it and place it over the photo, and you're just going to resize that to however you see fit. The one downfall to the JPEG mockups is that you don't get like that real authentic feeling to it, where if you do smart objects, you can actually kind of zoom in on the photographs and see like almost the feel and the texture of the material, and it will actually also form to the material as well. So if you have a cup or something of that nature, then you can see it curve around the cup, or along the folds of the shirt. So I'm just going to go back into the mockups folder and open up a doormat mockup really quickly to show you again how that works. And you can see the texture of this. If you go watch the other video with the smart mockups, you can see what I'm talking about, because I have zoomed in on some of those in that video, where you can see that you can see the texture of the actual photo. So it's kind of nice. I'm just going to resize the page again to match up with the mockup. And it's going to be 12 by 7.8. And now that my workspace is situated, I'm going to go ahead and open up to the design. And like I said, you can do this with any type of JPEG file. There are a lot of really great mockups on, you can find them on Etsy, Design Bundles, Creative Market. I personally get, I want to say, the majority of my files on Design Bundles. I just know that they're going to be high quality. I have purchased some off of Etsy that haven't been the greatest, so it's a little frustrating. So I'm just going to take this design and drop it in. So one thing that would have been beneficial if this was a smart object is that you see how that there's a paint swatch around this doormat already, where they've already painted. The smart object would actually change the color of the design to kind of match with that. So this one is going to look, I don't want to say out of place, but it's just going to look different because you have that dull paint of the doormat, and then, you know, you have this bright black text. So it's not off-putting per se. It serves its purpose, but it does look a little bit different. You won't get that same effect with the smart objects. Like I said, you can actually feel that texture and change the settings so that your color will actually kind of match what that muted black is on the doormat. Once you're done, you just save them. The nice thing about mockups is you don't have to save them high quality. You can just save them as a JPEG standard quality because you're going to be showing these on a computer screen. So 72 to 75 DPI works just fine. You don't need to go any higher than that. There's no need to because it's just going to improve the quality. And by doing that, it'll actually be easier for people to steal your work. It also keeps the file size lower, so that's kind of nice. And really, that's all there is to it. So I'm just going to go back through and open up the mockup so you can see what that looks like on the screen. My computer's running slow today for some reason. There you go. So that's what it would look like if you posted it on your Etsy or Design Bundles shop, whatever avenue you were going for. And it'll be the same thing for the other two when you save them. I'll just go ahead and save that. And here I am leaving them at the default of 150 DPI, but like I said, for the most part, it's just one of those things where you really don't need to, you just don't have to spend that time and effort to save in a higher quality because this does look really good. It gives somebody also a project idea, which is awesome. Mockups are very useful in that regard where you are giving people ideas. They can visually see what you can use your product for, and it helps with sales in the long term. So pretty straightforward video. I went through the example a few times. If you've gotten any value out of this, please feel free to click the like and subscribe button below, as it does help me push on to continue making these videos. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I hope everybody has a great night.